stopped smiling because my husband convinced me my teeth were disgusting. He first told me my smile was ugly on our wedding day. It happened while we were taking pictures after the reception. I was laughing because my little niece stepped on my dress and almost fell. The photographer smiled and said, "Perfect, keep smiling like that." Then Daniel leaned close to my ear and whispered, "Can you stop showing your teeth? It ruins the pictures." My heart dropped instantly. After that day, I became scared of my own smile. Every time I laughed, I covered my mouth. If I smiled too big in public, Daniel would quietly whisper, "Teeth." Sometimes he even joked about it in front of others. "She'd be gorgeous if she fixed those teeth," he laughed once during dinner with friends. Everyone gave awkward little laughs while I sat there pretending it didn't hurt. The worst part was that I believed him. One night, I found an old video from years before I met Daniel. I was at the beach with my friends laughing so hard I could barely breathe, mouth open, completely happy. I stared at the screen for almost an hour, unable to remember the last time I looked that free. Then one day at the grocery store, a little girl smiled at me while we stood in line. I smiled back with my lips closed. She tilted her head and asked innocently, "Why do you smile sad?" I barely made it back to my car before I started crying. I decided to start therapy the next week. At first, I spent every session talking about fixing my teeth, braces, veneers, surgery, anything. I kept waiting for my therapist to agree they were ugly. Instead, she asked softly, "Did you hate your smile before your husband?" I opened my mouth to answer and froze, because before Daniel, I had never hated it. A few months later, Daniel's company hosted a huge holiday party at a fancy hotel downtown. Before we walked inside, he adjusted his tie and quietly said, "Don't embarrass me tonight." For the first time in years, I didn't apologize. Inside the ballroom, people kept approaching me. One woman complimented my artwork after seeing it online. Another told me, "You have such a warm smile." Warm, that word stayed in my head all night. Then I overheard Daniel talking near the bar with two coworkers. "She's gotten way too confident lately," he muttered. "All because people compliment her teeth now." One of the men looked uncomfortable. "Dude, that's your wife." Daniel laughed awkwardly and said he was joking. On the drive home, Daniel finally snapped. "You think you're better than me now?" he asked angrily. I looked at him quietly, suddenly thinking of the girl from that beach video. The girl who laughed without fear before she met him. My voice shook when I answered. "No," I whispered. "I just finally remembered who I was before you taught me to hate myself."